They called it progress. The digital revolution promised convenience, speed, and a cleaner future. For decades, physical cash, the tangible symbol of our economic transactions, seemed destined for the digital scrap heap. But what if this wasn't just evolution? What if it was the carefully orchestrated birth of a new monetary system designed not just to replace paper, but to fundamentally reshape control over our lives? This is the story of the central bank digital currency, the cryptocurrency for the sovereign state. A plan that aims to erase physical cash, not just as a relic, but as a shield. A plan whispered about, debated, and secretly developed, potentially holding the keys to unprecedented government oversight. We are delving into the complex, often opaque world of CBDCs to uncover what this shift truly means and who it truly serves. Imagine a world without cash. A world where every single transaction, no matter how small, is recorded. A world where governments can track spending patterns, monitor economic activity down to the individual level. Sounds like science fiction? It isn't. The central bank's plan to digitize currency isn't just about replacing paper with pixels. It's about replacing the anonymity of cash with the transparency of data. It's the ultimate digital leash, promising efficiency but demanding compliance. Is this the future we want? Or is it a subtle surrender of freedom we haven't even fully understood? We stand on the cusp of a monetary revolution, one fueled by technology. For years, we've been comfortable with digital banking, online transfers, credit cards. But these are still largely intermediated by private institutions, built on top of a foundation provided by governments. Cash, for all its inconvenience, offered a unique form of privacy. It was anonymous, untraceable, and outside the direct purview of government or banks. It was a physical manifestation of personal financial autonomy. But the allure of a fully digital system is immense. Faster payments, lower costs, reduced crime, theoretically. Central banks worldwide are drawn to the idea of a state-issued digital currency, a CBDC, as the ultimate efficient tool. Countries like China are already rolling out digital renminbi on a massive scale. Sweden is grappling with the obsolescence of cash. India is exploring it for financial inclusion. This isn't a fringe concept. It's a global movement. The question isn't if, but how this digital shift impacts our fundamental right to privacy and control over our money. At its core, a central bank digital currency operates much like a digital ledger controlled by the issuing central bank. Think of it as a highly secure, government-backed digital wallet. Unlike Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, however, a CBDC operates on a centralized ledger. Every transaction is known, recorded, and verified by the central bank. It's not pseudonymous like cash. It's directly linked to the user's identity. This centralization is key. It allows for real-time monitoring of the entire economy. It allows for targeted digital stimulus like direct payments delivered instantly. But it also allows for unprecedented tracking. The CBDC system creates a single comprehensive database of all economic activity. Economists call it velocity of money, how fast cash circulates. But for a government, it's a treasure trove of individual behavior. What are you buying? When? How much? This data, previously scattered and difficult to access, becomes a clear, real-time picture. The mechanics are simple in theory, but the implications are profound. It's a system designed for efficiency, yes, but also for visibility. And that visibility is the core of the control narrative. The transition to a CBDC isn't just a technical upgrade. It's a fundamental shift in the relationship between the individual and the state. The tipping point comes not with the launch, but with the degree of access granted. Governments and central banks often frame this as a tool for combating crime and terrorism financing. They promise enhanced security. But enhanced security for whom? and what happens when the system, designed for oversight, starts being used for broader social engineering. The sheer volume of data collected every single transaction creates powerful new capabilities for analysis. It allows authorities to build detailed profiles of citizens' habits, preferences, and even political leanings, potentially without their knowledge or consent. This raises profound questions. Is the convenience and efficiency of a CBDC worth the potential erosion of financial privacy? What safeguards exist against misuse? And crucially, what happens if the system is compromised by hackers, by government overreach, or simply by bugs? The crisis isn't necessarily the failure of the system, but the acceptance of its existence. The acceptance that every single dollar you hold digitally is under the microscope of the state. That moment of the realization that full financial visibility is the new normal is the true turning point. It marks the end of cash not just as a medium, but as a shield. The consequences of a fully functional CBDC system extend far beyond the realm of privacy. They ripple outwards, touching every facet of modern life. These are not hypothetical concerns. They are the direct consequences of a system built on total visibility. The debate about CBDCs is fundamentally a debate about the future of freedom, the nature of money, and the balance between security and liberty in the digital age. As we stand on the brink of this digital transformation, the narrative of efficiency must not overshadow the narrative of control. The CBDC is presented as the future, the inevitable evolution. But its true potential lies not just in its technical capabilities, but in the power it represents. The resolution isn't about stopping technological progress. It's about demanding transparency, accountability, and robust safeguards. It's about ensuring that the tools of the future are designed with human freedom, not state control at their core. The lesson is clear: the future of money is being decided now. And it's up to all of us to ensure that this future respects, rather than erodes, the fundamental rights that define us. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and let's shape the future responsibly.